For the longest time, the general public and even researchers have thought that lions were where evolution peaked the killing machine design. However, modern lions have been becoming soft. Turns out they were never the best at hunting according to research. No, seriously, did you know a hyena's bite is twice as strong as a lion's? What a buzzkill. And now, judging by this picture, it seems like lions are starting to make friends with all sorts of animals too. A lot of the animal kingdom has stopped seeing them as a threat and more of a friend. Why is that though? Let's find out in today's episode of Forever Green that's been turning these apex predators into friendly little kitties. Here's why animals are no longer afraid of lions. Why lions are bad at hunting and their task in the pride. Why lionesses are better at hunting. When most people think of lions, they think of fierce predators. But is that really the case? For starters, we gotta look at what lions actually do. Lions spend their days lounging around and sleeping while females hunt and do all the heavy work, hunting and protecting the cubs. They're lazy and, quite frankly, useless. But wait, you may be saying to yourself, lions are the kings of the jungle. Well, yes and no. Yes, they've got a bit of an ego boost, but basically what they mean is they rule over weaklings. There are several problems with the way lions hunt. Firstly, most observations show that most lions don't hunt for themselves. Lions live in groups called pride, mostly female lions, who work together to bring down prey. They're employed by females in the pride to hunt. They do this because it's a much safer option than hunting for themselves, which would mean if they failed, there'd be no food and they could potentially starve to death. All this because they're bad at hunting. It is possible that some male lions will go off alone or with other males in order to catch prey, which is rare, but it's possible. So when we speak of a lion hunts, we're actually talking about these females who live in a pride and take down large animals like zebras and buffalo. But wait, aren't the females weaker than the males? So how can they manage to down such strong beasts? Well, you've got to realize, one female lion is better than two males when it comes to hunting. Females aren't as strong as males, but they're more cunning and can actually use their brains to accomplish such feats. Females work together to bring down the prey. It's probably a combination of lioness's instinct to protect themselves and their pride, along with the experience that comes with doing it over and over again. Muscle with no brain is as good as a rock. What about going off on their own? Well, they're not actually good at hunting by themselves. It's a little known fact that lions will actually chase away cubs so they can have a turn gorging on the prey, as they would even kill young competition if it meant more food for them. As we mentioned earlier, male lions are strong but stupid. This means that males especially aren't capable of bringing down prey on their own. In order to catch large animals like zebras or buffalo, they need help from other lions who know what they're doing. When a lion is injured, he still depends on his pride for assistance in catching food. Females bring back pieces of meat and share it with the others. Males are more likely to eat first, but they do share their food with the cubs. Lions are lazy animals that mostly depend on everyone else to survive. They don't hunt for themselves, and nearly all of them aren't smart enough to be capable hunters on their own. The Neva lions bad at hunting buffaloes despite being the main prey. Buffaloes and zebras are actually their regular prey considering their rank in the food chain. But the Neitsu lions are especially bad. Let's get more info on that. Lions have been known as kings of the jungle and protected our species from threats such as tigers or bears, but it turns out that they may not be true at all. If a lion is injured, it's likely that it will die from starvation simply because they're too weak. The rest will also be an easy target for predators such as leopards. In fact, the Neitsu pride of lions seems incapable of taking down buffalo even though their habitat is in a place where prey is abundant. That's why some believe it may be caused by genetics. It turns out there are several genetic disorders that can make some lions weaker than others, making them more susceptible to attacks from other animals. This means livestock farmers needn't worry about losing their herds because it appears that nature is already taking care of them. This is likely due to the fact that lions are becoming genetically weaker because of inbreeding. Some lions don't have a concept of incest or such. They've been known to mate their female offspring. It sounds unsettling, and it is. More so, it's not helping their gene pool. Not just that, males who were once healthy can suddenly fall ill as well. You may no longer need to fear a lion attack after all. With only 30% of Nietsu lions surviving beyond 9 months old, it's likely that Nietsu lions will become extinct sooner rather than later. Who knows, perhaps even the buffalo they've failed to kill might wipe them out. That's what happens when you get sick in the animal world, right? Lions get domesticated. All animals have the ability to create rich and meaningful bonds. However, apex predators like lions haven't been known to do that much. There have been a few people that managed to sort of domesticate lions, making them less of a threat. Just take Kevin Richardson, for example. The lion whisperer himself started his own carnivore sanctuary and hangs out with lions like they're regular felines. He's not the only man that has lions doing silly circus tricks. Even Dean Schneider has an unbreakable bond with his lion pride. In fact, they even speak on common ads at times. DNA reveals they might be struggling. Some people say that lions are useless creatures who, like a tiger, a lion-tiger hybrid, are nothing but a mix of their parents' worst attributes. But is this really true? Are they truly genetically inferior, as some believe them to be? That's what some scientists believed until new evidence came up. A team of paleogeneticists from MIT recently found a strand of DNA belonging to a long-dead lion in an old hairball. After performing a series of tests and analyzing its genetic structure, these researchers concluded that it didn't belong to any known species in the modern day. Some have even considered it to be related to the extinct saber-toothed tiger. That means it was bigger, stronger, and more aggressive than any other lion alive today. And now they're so weak, which is definitely a cause for concern considering their situation now. Perhaps this DNA could explain what happened along the way that made natural selection favor everyone but lions. So what do you think about all this? It seems like we're all mistaken. Male lions aren't lazy and stupid after all. They're simply too weak to hunt for themselves and their pride. Still, while we know why they lack strength and intelligence, we still don't know where the saber-toothed lion DNA came from or how it ended up in an old hairball belonging to an otherwise harmless lion. It's almost like it knew what it was doing. Why are lions prone to the coronavirus? The coronavirus is an infectious disease that causes severe respiratory problems. And you probably knew that because we've all been living in a pandemic for 2 years. But did you know that it can affect even lions? It doesn't affect all lions, but it does make them more susceptible to other viruses, like the canine distemper virus. It's also known to cause cancer in domestic cats. But since lion cubs are so weak and vulnerable, it only takes a little bit of stress for the coronavirus to kill them. That's why there have been many cases where prides have died off because of it. In fact, the Nietsu pride has lost over 30% of its members due to this illness alone. In light of these new discoveries, biologists now believe a similar virus was responsible for killing off saber-toothed tigers as well. That's not all. They put themselves in danger by seeming too friendly with their prey. Weird, right? In fact, lions have been seen smiling. It's more of a Fleeman grimace, which is used to detect mating opportunities by analyzing the scents of other animals. Ever wonder why all cats have whiskers? It's to help them determine where they'll land when they jump, so they know exactly how far to go. But what about lions? Studying their whiskers has revealed that male lions use them as a way to communicate with one another. So it turns out that these cats' biggest weapon isn't their claws or sharp teeth, it's their ability to communicate and socialize. By lowering its head and curving its lips upward, the lion is actually smiling at its buddy, and he wants him to do something stupid like join him in eating an antelope leg. So if you see a lion doing this around some prey, that means he's not as angry as everyone thinks. He's probably trying to mess with it. So the next time you see a lion, don't be fooled by its seemingly attractive smile. Although they prey on their cattle and destroy our crops, we should respect these great creatures for what they truly are, one of the most social animals in Africa. Zebra kicking lion picture tease revealed. This over-friendliness might just get them killed. Generally, zebras don't mess with lions, but it seems like they've caught on to their dwindling numbers and are learning to fight back. When it comes to protecting their young, zebras do a better job than male lions. In this clip, the lion wanted to go full in but ended up miscalculating. That just gave the zebra a chance to kick him right in the face. A prey beating up its predator doesn't happen often, but when male lions are involved, the chances of that happening go up. Speaking of zebras, remember the picture we mentioned? Well, that was sent by a viewer for us to help decipher what was going on. Such a scene isn't really possible. Sure, lions are getting weaker and lazier, but that doesn't mean they're not aggressive when they see their enemies. Zebras fight back, but they're not brave enough to drink water side by side like this. Why do so few lions make it to adulthood? With females being the stronger individuals genetically, it's no surprise that their population is 3 times more than that of the males. In fact, only 1 in 8 male lions make it to adulthood. Sometimes the loss of their sisters, mother, and pride leave young cubs left to fend for themselves. They must learn how to hunt on their own or they'll die. The problem is that most male lions aren't strong enough to catch their prey, so they don't know how. But there's something even sadder than this. Almost all male lion cubs are killed by hyenas before they can grow up. It's estimated that 90% of them never reach adulthood. This makes it extremely difficult for the species to recover because males are becoming scarcer than ever. At this point, we should change the Lion King to Lion Queen. Lion's ego, their biggest downfall. In addition to being lazy and weak, male lions are somewhat narcissistic, and this character has brought about the downfall of several of them. Being their self-absorbed selves, lions are very territorial and would never leave their territories unless they lose it to a new coalition. This means when herbivores, their main source of food, move off to find greener pastures, the lions do not follow them, and this makes feeding tough for them. So when dry seasons last longer than most, these egotistic and dumb lions starve, some even to death. Therefore, their prey know just how to avoid being the lion's lunch during droughts. Lions lacking agility. Another reason why some lions have lost a bit of reverence for the so-called king of the jungle is their lack of agility. Don't get me wrong, lions can jump and climb trees, but they lack flexibility. Take for instance in this video, this lion is sent into oblivion by this gazelle. I think the lion would still be trying to stop till this very moment. This is one of several cases that have shown that lions just lack agility relative to other cats. You thought that was one-off? What about this time? It's clear as day that lions don't have the flexibility and maneuvering skills of the cheetah or the leopard, which is why they hunt less agile and mobile animals like wildebeest and zebras, and not the nifty and agile antelopes and gazelles. They leave those to the cats with the wits and ability. So if you're a gazelle in the jungle, you're not going to be too worried about a lion because you know you can easily body swerve him. Lions pose little to no threats to prey. Judging by the fact that the success rate of a lion's hunt is low, even when they hunt as a group in a coordinated manner, you can just about write off any threat a lion could possibly pose to a prey as a loner. You see, when lions are thrown out of their pride and left to wander on their own, they are pretty much doomed to die a lonely, painful death, which could be because of a couple of reasons. 1. Lions are sent out of the pride that raised them at about 2 to 3 years to conquer a pride on their own. But in the unfortunate scenario of being the only male at that time, a lion is doomed to live an isolated life unless he teams up with another singleton he finds. Lions are nothing without the pride, especially the females who are in charge of planning, staging, and carrying out hunts. So when lone lions try to hunt, like in this clip, their preys aren't scared to stand up to them. Who knew being a single lion could be tougher than being a single person? Some lions adopting prey. In 2002, a group of conservationists was surprised to find a lioness adopting an orphaned baby antelope. However, the lion-antelope relationship only lasted 2 weeks before another male lion killed the young one. In a more recent event, this lion was seen trying to make friends with this calf rather than eat it. It was clear that the lion could have taken down the calf at any point during the chase, but he seemed more thrilled in chasing the calf than pouncing on it straight away. After the half-paced chase, the lion had the calf cornered with nowhere to go. But instead of putting the calf out of its misery, the lion tries to stroke the calf, almost affectionately as he would with his cub. As if that wasn't weird enough, the lion goes as far as protecting the calf from another hungry lion. Could it be that lions are losing their pure predatory instinct? Or has someone been allowing these lions to watch way too much Disney movies? Or could it just be a single case of a lion with empathy for a lost, naive, orphan calf? Well, one thing is certain, lions aren't as fierce as they used to be. Lions lack stealth. Okay, so lions aren't as ruthless as they used to be, but it also turns out they lack stealth, a pretty important skill in their line of work. A couple of factors contribute to a lion's poor hunting stats. Lack of cover in their natural habitat, poor stamina, slowness compared to other big cats, lack of agility, and most importantly, lack of stealth or carefulness. Lions are big, clumsy animals that can be spotted a mile away for any smart and observant prey, which could be the reason why they allow their females to do most of the hunting. Because lions aren't the best at keeping a low profile and avoiding being spotted. It's a common sight to see a big maned lion trying to hide behind a cover of a small bush. Pathetic. Blonde lions are wimps. While we've gone the entire length of this video talking about how lions have gotten soft and aren't what they used to be centuries ago, it turns out that lions with blonde manes are the weakest of them all. Researchers have found that lions with darker manes are more powerful and more respected. It turns out their manes aren't there to protect their necks during the fights alone. The color of the manes indicates the strength and the health of a lion, letting their potential mates and rivals know just how powerful they are. Bonus fact for you. Did you know that lions hate hyenas so much? They wait near a group of feeding hyenas to find out the identity of the dominant female. Then the lion will go ahead and kill her, throwing the clan of hyenas into disorder for a good long while. They do this to eliminate competition for some time, making life for lions at that time a lot easier. Hence, you understand why hyenas, in particular, don't think too highly of the king of the jungle. Alright, comment below your take on why lions are becoming less and less dominant these days. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Forever Green, and we'll see you in the next one.